All right, dudes, we're back. Episode 33. We got to pay the bills. You know what I mean? Shout out to the sponsor. You know, we're here. You know, we got to murder the thirst. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, so sick. Episode 33. Yeah, Jordan, what are we getting into today?
We're getting in some branding. We got some logos here for a cannabis company called Nogero.
Oh, shoot. Some jazz cabbage?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, damn. Or some devil's lettuce. Which one?
You pick.
Shoot. All right. Well, Well, first and foremost, we got to introduce Richard. It's his first time on the show. You know, we're trying to get through a bunch of the employees, and it's Richard's turn. So here he is.
Yeah, it's good to be here. I'm, was looking forward to it. I've been watching the podcast for forever, from before I was even here. So stoked to be here.
Yeah. Richard's been doing a bunch of the zine work for our podcast, so he's been, he's probably watched it more than, the editor has. So
knows it like the back of his hand.
Yeah. You got to get him on here. He's the market, you know what I mean?
Right on.
Hell yeah. So, let's start off with Nogero. This was a pretty cool cannabis project we got to work on. They're here locally in Oregon. They gave us the brand name Nogero, and we were talking about it. I think we were on a retreat trip or something, and interesting name. Why? Is it the owner? What the hell? And then I think maybe Jordan was on the devil's lettuce and realized it was Oregon spelled backwards. And it was kind of like an epiphany, like, oh, shit, it is. Like, damn, that's kind of crazy.
That aha moment where we're like, oh, okay, now I get it, you know?
And I don't know if they're even trying to position the brand to be that, but it's a pretty cool, you know what I mean? So, yeah, let's jump into some of these logos we busted out.
Yeah, this first one here, it's got like that PNW vibe, little tree icon in there to make it ownable, some little connected letters and things, keep it bold and pretty heavy.
Yeah, this was a fun project. So we got into showing a bunch of like logos, icons, word marks, but we didn't really know where to take it as far as, did he want to go this outdoor route? Did he want to go, a typical weed route? Are we going to do tie-dye and smiley faces? Or, is it going to be an elevated look? Are we going to try to do some, I don't know, Mercedes vibes? So this was an interesting one, and I think we try to hit every base.
Yeah, this first one's definitely PNW.
100%. Even the O, that first O in Nogero with that kind of underline underneath, Jordan used that technique every now and then, and I always like it. I'm always mad, like, damn. Yeah. Actually, I think this is you, Jordan. Is this you?
It is my piece. Okay.
Yep. But it's always a good technique that I always forget about. So I really like that O. It does something. It changes the hierarchy. It gives the N a drop caps without actually giving it a drop cap. So cool piece. Check out number 2. So damn, this one's pretty sick. This is you too, Jordan?
It is, yeah.
Nice. Shout out to True Grit texture. This is a font that they dropped, and it is vibey for sure.
Definitely. You got a little organic feel to it, kind of has some rounded edges. That little stencil on the letter form kind of just makes it unique. You look at it first, you're like, what is that? And you're like, oh, that's an N. Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's kind of like a black letter form, but like not sharp. It's not going to cut
soft.
you.
Yeah, for sure.
Chunky.
Yeah, and I like the texture that you added up there. Like, I wouldn't typically think to add a texture like that, but it totally fits the vibe for this.
Yeah, that's a good point, because like look at the version on the right in the badge. There's a nice PNW USA text that eats up the negative space, but the texture kind of does it, and cool little technique there.
Yeah,
little cabbage texture there.
Like internally, I always call that like cheating. I'm like, oh, dog, you cheated, but like in a good way. You know what I mean? I like that. Damn. All right. So the third one here. This is just a little more corporate. I think that the icon's pretty fun. The type is pretty stock, but the icon is fun, and I could picture that being, I feel like I've seen this at the dispensary before. It's like pretty corporate, pretty good mark.
It has like a tech kind of vibe to it as well, where you might like think about like whatever technology that company's using to bring their stuff to the market. They're like, ooh, this kind of feels new, or
those hinted arrows kind of give it something. You know what I mean? It's like from the earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it even ties in, there with the G, so it's like everything has got a little bit of sharpness to it.
Totally
works.
Yep. Yeah, the next one with the banner is kind of a cool idea. If this was like a basketball franchise collabo deal, like this is the one with that like hanging banner vibe. I think it's a pretty cool icon. Again, the type is a bit simpler, which I think that's kind of what the market is asking for. But yeah, I really like that icon.
Yeah, clean, super clean.
Yeah, with the stencil look, just kind of gives a little something extra. But
that's something where I would have questioned myself. Do I add stencil to the letter form? I think it would have made it way too detailed, but these are like the internal battles that I have when creating something like this.
Right. Like sometimes you just want that icon to be the thing that sings, and then you put a little, not as crazy word mark next to it, so it lets the icon have the weight.
Yeah. Sometimes you do it and you're like, oh shit, that was not it at all, you know?
Too much.
Oh, all the time, really.
Yeah, you got to do those. You got to do those variations. If you see my screen, I got a million options, and it's gonna have stenciled, not stenciled, half stenciled, just the end stenciled. So
some letters pulled over, extended. You got to do it to see whether you want to or not.
Yeah, you got to explore for sure. Ooh, this
is
one's
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
First and foremost, this letter form is really fun. I like this. It's kind of like, a little wonky, but also just very crisp and clean.
For sure.
Yeah, cool letter form.
Yeah, solid
More
option.
P&W vibes again, leaning into the
tree,
Oregon territory.
Dude, the tree is like, you kind of have to do it. It's like, you're smoking trees,
yeah.
trees we're in the P&W, there's a lot of trees, so it's like, it's almost like, an underhand pitch, you know what I mean? It's like, hit it out of the park with that one.
That one was kind of inspired by Element skateboards too, I gotta say.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
with the circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the frame. That's cool. This one's cool too.
This one is pretty fun.
That drip.
So I don't know. Are they like
concentrates?
Yeah.
I think they're doing both. Yeah.
So seeing this logo, if they
Not
were like
sure, though.
strictly concentrates, this logo is super fire because it just sells the fact that it is liquid, is wet. And I've always loved the fact when you can take an icon and put the icon into the word mark. So and then you could take the word mark off and the icon is still there and it stands. So this is a good execution of that concept.
For sure.
Yeah, the end fits in there perfectly.
Yeah. Is this you, Jordan?
Nope.
Who's this?
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
think it might have been Dave. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, shout out to Big Wave Dave. Hell yeah. Kind of coming back to those corporate vibes, you know what I mean? And selling that distillate, vibe to this one. So
This is like your clean kind of, almost not expected, but like kind of something that you could trust. Like you look at this on the shelf and you're like, oh, that's wholesome. Like I believe in them. Like
yeah, a lot of brands, imagine how much money they've invested into this business. Like they don't want to go with a risky logo and try to recreate the world. They want to just sell their product. They probably don't even want a logo. They just want to go sell their product. So I can sympathize with brands who want to go with the simpler route. It's safer. Business is not about taking too many risks. You got to be safe.
And this one might lean into the medical side of things, like where the cannabis industry is kind of split up between like recreational and medical. And there's a huge community of people they're out there that need this for a medical purpose. So it's like if they see something like this, they might believe in that a little bit more than something that has like some graffiti style logo.
That's a great point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little more iconic. It's easy, like it's super easy to remember. There's not too much detail, just the right amount, I would say.
Yeah, even to Jordan's point about the medical aspect versus the kind of recreational aspect, it's like really who's your market? Maybe they are trying to go after like, my mom or grandma or something, and this would do it a little bit more than, a peace sign with the weed leaf with some smoke,
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's interesting what branding can do for these type of products, It's kind of still taboo a little bit.
This one's pretty sweet too.
Yeah, this one's pretty crazy. This is
this has that edge, like we were just talking about, it's like maybe the mom and pop that was going for the medical stuff might look at this and be a little bit like, whoa, is it going to mess me up?
I might get too high.
Grandma.
Yeah. Looks like a ninja star over there.
Yeah.
Like, might be fast.
Yeah, grandma's not doing, bong tokes,
But for us in this project, we wanted to get out a lot of ideas and explore that route with the client early on to help figure out what that route was. So
yeah, I think one of our specialties is covering all bases. We're going to show you from mild to wild, and this is something like that where here's some corporate options, here's some wild options,
Yep.
I would say that's one of our specialties.
Yeah, and that shape behind the end is pretty cool. Like I can see that being used across like all, the whole array of branding.
Totally.
It's like super useful.
Even if you took that diamond off and kind of stepped and repeated it, so it made this cool like little banner. They're like if you had some pre-roll joint wraps or containers, you can have that thing wrap it and be a branding element.
In my head, I already want to make a pattern out of the shit.
Oh,
there you go, man.
Pattern god. Shout out to Jordan. This is this one's fun, bro.
Yeah.
Who's this? Is this you, Jordan?
No, this one's not me. I think it's Dave again.
All right, dude.
This is
Dave's
cool.
on a roll, dude. This one.
It's moving.
This one's the winner to me. I really like that. I mean, you get a hint of a mountain, you get an N, I mean, a square or circle icon is the easiest to use. I mean, we love Nike and all, but their swoosh is a little off-centered, so it's kind of hard, and you're like, is it centered? Is it not centered? I'm not sure. You know, you're kind of always questioning, but if it's a square or circle, it's
yeah, you can put that anywhere.
It's just really easy to use. Exactly.
All right, look at this.
Oh, we're getting crazy now.
A little snake action.
Yeah, snake in.
I see snake in the grass. What? That's crazy.
Yeah, there you go.
This yeah, I mean, shit. This is kind of this is totally different.
It's
you
the
know?
left field stuff. Sometimes you gotta try just to try.
Yeah, I mean, some of those ideas are always floating around in your head, and you can't even get to the second idea once, because this one's just kind of clogging up your brain. So you just got to get it out, put it on paper, and keep it moving.
Totally.
I would like to talk to the client to see what they thought about this one,
Yeah.
because this one is different. It's kind of cool.
Maybe it's a T graphic down the line or something.
Yeah,
Just
something.
the fact that he's in the grass, man. I mean, that's how perfect is that?
Right? Yeah, so we got to always come with the scripts. I would say, you know, that's definitely something we like doing here, and always trying to explore different styles of scripts. You know, I always like to say, you know, let's not do the Coca-Cola vibe today. So this is definitely not the Coca-Cola vibe. It's something different.
Super playful.
Clients always love scripts. They always want that. So I feel like this is a great piece. I'm surprised he didn't, you know, go forward with it.
Yeah, it's a pretty creative idea trying to get that, like, that bottom part of the G and the top part of that R. It's like they kind of live in the same area. Yeah, it's nice.
That G has like a little, you know, the counter space is kind of like a wet drip almost. Like you could almost like do something with that.
Yep. Like the actual mark, because like you get some cool script, you know, and you're like, sick, I nailed it. And then you're like, cool, just take the N off and try and make that work. But nah, like he actually made it go all the way around. You know, he redrew the piece to make it work. It wasn't just he pulled that N off and ran it, you know.
Yeah, now it does work. It's not going to fit weird in, you know, weird places. Like, this is going to be super useful.
Exactly. Nice job, Dave.
Damn, yeah, we're getting fun. Yeah, this little icon is cool. I mean, this is definitely something I could see living in the space. You know, I feel like I've seen something like this. It's technical. It's kind of medical, but not really. But it kind of fills all these boxes. You know, it makes it feel like something. You know.
Yep.
So yeah, this one here, I kind of cheated on. So we were initially supposed to do everything with one color, and it was you know, a dark green on black, which was challenging because it kind of makes some things look inverse sometimes. So this is where, you know, I like to be like, all right, I'm gonna cheat on this one. I'm gonna do 2 or 3 colors, just because as a one color, it wasn't selling the vibe. So sometimes you kind of go out on a whim and do what the brief says not to do, but. They didn't pick it, so it doesn't really matter.
What made you go with the butterfly? Like, what was the...
You know, it's just trying to embrace the kind of the high vibes, you know, something that you're flying, something that's friendly, you know. This isn't, you know, I don't know, a peace sign with smoke flying. It's just something that I feel like a cool guy could accept as well as, like, my mom could accept. So I feel like it kind of, you know, covers a couple bases.
Yeah, it's got some trendiness to it. I think it's super strong for, like, right now, this time period.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I was definitely going for trendy, so I would say that was, you know.
It does represent a lot, though, you know, like evolution from a caterpillar, like just different things you could kind of hold on to for a brand.
No, that's a solid one.
Yeah, shoot, this one, I was just trying to do, you know, a tree, but just do something fun with it. Now, in retrospect, looking at my letter form I chose against the icon, we have this angular versus circle. I probably would have done a different type with this one that was more angular to match the icon, or rounded up the icon. 'Cause to me, they're not matching perfectly, but...
the type is a vibe, though. That's different, you know?
Just trying to have fun.
You just have to use it just to use it.
Yeah.
Like, here it is.
Yep, so this one actually won, and this is where, you know, we showed a bunch of good ideas, but this, you know, they wanted to go for this elevated, rich, you know, higher end market, and this logo embodies that. It almost has this Bentley vibe. It just kind of invokes, I don't know.
Yeah, and the wings work perfect because, you know, even with that tagline that you went with, you know, stay lifted, it's perfect, it's on brand as far as their industry, and like you said, it does look high end.
Totally.
Know?
That little shadow where the G and the E ligature kind of crosses is nice. It's just like at that angle where you feel like the depth, you know. It's just not like a regular cut where straight across, but that slight angle on it gives it a little bit more.
Yeah, I was really battling adding more of those, you know. I was trying, you know, with the R, I was trying to put it in the N and the O's, and I couldn't, nothing was coming about. Ideally, I would want to have like 2 of those little, you know, gimmicks, but
there's a second gimmick on that too. If you're looking close enough, the crossbar of the G and the E is also the same edge as what comes off of the wing.
Oh, yeah.
So he's playing like a couple cards on that one. So
Yeah, and then
Hitter.
it's flying. You know what I mean? It's just that you want to have your weed logo fly. So, this is
Wheels up.
This is it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were saying that the client liked this one too because he kind of had a background. Was it like military or something like that?
Actually, shoot, now that you said that, I remember. I think he was in the Air Force or something like that, and he was all hyped, like, dang, how'd you know I was in the Air Force? This is perfect. And I was like, oh, damn, I just try to...
Yeah,
I didn't know, but
I just tried to put some wings on a letter, but great, you know.
Yeah, he loved it.
So after we get it to this point, you know, I think you ended up working on it was the brand book.
Yeah, the actual guy.
Yeah, taking that icon and blowing it out further and working that word marking in other places, horizontal versions, you know, things like that.
Yeah, we had to explore to see what we did everything on a black background. So what does it look like on a light background? Does the icon get a fill? Does it not get a fill? How are things treated, in different, I don't know, places and stuff? So yeah, we'll walk through the brand book now. We they're happy with the logo. We kind of needed to blow it out a little bit. So yeah, we'll just quickly look at that. First and foremost, they changed the tagline. I was trying to do what was it, stay lifted or something like that. Yeah. They switched up to wheels up, which is cool. But yeah, let's scroll through and see. We had to show them everything on a black background, which we already had, so this page was kind of established already. But now the bigger challenge is, what does that look like on a white background? The text works fine. The icon kind of switches up a little bit, just because the different values kind of showing through the logo. And then even when you look at the icons, they change a little bit. So we're looking at stroke versus filled, and we ended up just giving them both options, so they could choose. Maybe there's certain cases, maybe it's not a white background, but a cream background. So, I think there's a case-by-case basis that they can choose whichever one fits best.
Yeah, it gives them options. I mean, I think the main thing is the client needs to be able to get in this file, know what to use, and have, all the options for that specific use case. So I think... that's the whole point of this, give them what they need and then also tell them how to use it.
Totally, yeah. Let's give them every single option so there's never even a question.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we were looking at what does the ground look like if it was a green, which is almost like a 50% value, like a mid-tone. And yeah, I think that white on green, it almost looks better than the initial.
It has a different feel for sure.
It definitely has to me, it's better than the green on black, in my opinion. It gives it a different vibe. It's a little more friendlier.
And we had to give them the logo type option, just, whether it's like a website header or something more corporate, or just something that has that, not that much height to work with. This is going to be a perfect use. Yeah, exactly. All right, here's the badge page. Like you said, we have every option needed, so depending on the use case, they're going to be able to just grab this, know what to do with it, which one goes where, because we don't want them putting, these logos that are on white on a black background. So you got to give them both options, because that will happen.
Then it'll look inversed, and we all know that's the designer's pet peeve. When you get an inverse anything, logo, illustration, it's very like... it's bad.
It's bad.
It's rookie almost, and a lot of people don't realize, like, hey, it looks cool, and it's even to explain it to non-designers, it's like it looks like an X-ray, and it shouldn't look like that.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they're not designers, so they're not going to know. So unless you lay it out for them, it's you're bound to happen. It's bound to happen for sure.
And then we gave them a couple supporting, badges, that they could have options with, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they wanted to use us on a different shape or something else. But yeah, all in all, this was a great piece. This was a piece that I ended up doing. We handed it off to Richard, and he blew out this whole brand guide and killed it. Made it super easy on all of us. Kept it moving. Oh, this is a new shape. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, they wanted a T-shirt, I think, with, a little bit of the branding, but to be just a little different. So I think that's a cool badge, something, not just a traditional, Route 66 badge.
Feels military, kind of inspired.
Yeah, kind of looks like a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bombs away.
Well, because they be smoking that bomb, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that way they have a shirt option, and then also both colorways to, for whatever the use case is going to be.
Yeah. Sick. All right, well, sick. Let's get into the next one. Nogero is fun. I think maybe we should do some more product research with the Nogero stuff. I'm not sure.
Let's get into the more jazz cabbage.
Yeah. So we'll keep it, P&W vibes, and we're gonna get into the next brand, Outside Van. So we started off. They wanted a badge kit from us, which is a pretty common, ask from us, and something we love doing. They sent over their brand book to kind of, give us their overall vibe. And first and foremost, that is a sick van. I wish I had that van. Damn, that shit is fire.
Go anywhere with that.
You know what I'm saying?
You could live in it, and it would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, we have a mobile design unit here, but this one's a little smaller, a little more nimble, 4-wheel drive.
Park where you want to.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Down by the river.
You know what I mean? In a van, yeah. So, yeah, they sent us over just to kind of set the tone. I don't think we got any reference as far as what type of badges and all those things, but this is enough for us to get started on the project.
Yeah, it helps having the brand guide. We don't always get a brand guide, but this one is a very detailed guide, and it kind of gives us like the vibe, the style that, who their demographic is.
100%. All right, so yeah, we'll dig into the round 1 badge kit that we provided for Outside Van. I love this project. I didn't do too many on this stuff, but looking at this is it's great. It's kind of techie. It has an outdoor vibe still. Even the use of that color, whatever that gray is, with the white, they're so close in value, but it gives it something.
Yeah.
I really like this project.
Yeah, I remember in the brief, the one thing that was mentioned is it is on the high end. They want to explain that the vans are high tech. They're not just vans that you can go camping with. They are the top tier.
Totally.
Of
And let's be real, those vans are hella expensive, so
yeah.
they wanted to make
Convey
it look
that, yeah, definitely.
Better bring your checkbook.
Yeah, these are some solid options.
Looking at that Panther in the bottom left, I freaking love that thing. But we'll see as the rounds go on. I'm pretty sure that didn't make it. And looking at their brand guide, I understand why. I'm sad that piece didn't get to live, in the real world. But I understand why they didn't pick it. It's
maybe
not
a little too tough for them.
Yeah, you could do a great graphic, but it's just not aligning with their brand values. So
Content.
that's an example of a great piece that didn't make the cut.
Yeah, and these are for apparel, right?
Nobody knows.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess the main thing is like the people who are buying their vans, you have to think about who they are. And, they're not 20-something-year-olds, I would say.
Totally.
If you've got that budget, you're going to be looking for something a little more older, high-end.
Totally. And I'm assuming with this badge kit, they're going to blow it out. They're going to go T-shirts. They're going to go stickers. They're going to go patches. They're going to go, across the board. That's almost what these badge kits are kind of, used for. It's like everything. Let's use it everywhere.
All right, we got a van illustration here. Look at that.
That thing, front on is sick, dude.
Yeah.
With the little wheels turned.
The right amount of lines.
Yeah.
Not more,
that
not
you,
less. That's not me. That's Damaso all day.
Fire.
Super clean.
Oh,
nice job.
Yeah, really digging this little simple van. That thing has a vibe to it. That's definitely Davey, I'm guessing. You could tell.
Yeah.
It's smooth, yeah. Damn, I love that Panther. R.I.P., dog. Yeah, this is a great sheet. I think this is all Jordan here.
Yeah, this is my sheet.
Cool stuff here. I really love the OV lockup on the top left. That thing is unique to me, and the way you used it in a badge is great. Even in the badge, you kind of split the weight, with Outside Van knocked out of shape, and then the bottom piece kind of sitting on black. That's a great way to just do something different. It's always so easy to do a circle badge, So
I got to give it some variety,
Yeah, and I like what you did with like incorporating their icon. Like it's subtle, but it still ties into their brand. So if someone's wearing it, still at least has their logo, and obviously the client does care about that.
Right.
So
the OV is kind of inspired by VW. I gotta say, but trying to achieve that weight monogram
works perfect with the icon just sitting there. Sits right in there.
Yeah, and that nice little negative space filler.
Yeah. You draw this van?
Yep.
Dude, that's solid, man.
It's the iPad, baby.
You're killing it.
You're not a Wacom guy, are you?
No, I'm straight iPad
Damn,
all day.
New school.
All right, here's I think the first piece I did here working at Lincoln. So
shit, this is your first piece, huh?
Yeah,
that's
first
crazy.
Thing. Yeah, it was fun. Just back to those P&W vibes. So,
Yeah.
but a little edge, a little sharp. So it's not it's not rounded, it's not hand done. It gives that little bit of a tech feel.
Yeah, I mean the lockup is great. I love the type. The type is the main element. It's great. The mountains is fun on top. Overall, I mean that's a solid T-shirt right there.
Yeah, it's wearable is
Usable.
the main thing.
Yeah, that's a word we use a lot around here is wearable. Yeah. Whew, we're getting crazy out here. Yeah.
Tommaso, man.
Yeah, that's a gnarly ass van. It's just like slight gradient from the front of the cab to the back of the van. It goes like just super slight gradient.
It's like almost photorealistic in some parts where you're like look at the windows. They're just crazy realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would feel bad for the color separator who's gonna try to get this to silkscreen. It's doable, but he's got to be, or he or she's got to be good because that's gnarly.
Yeah, and just the little bit of grass kind of just makes it so it's sitting, nice. It's not weird. It's not just placed on top of the type. It's kind of has a reason for being there. And
got to ground it.
Yeah, totally. Looks good. So here's a couple more pieces that I did for this kid.
I really like that circle badge. That was a good piece, even the way the road, kind of curves up to the mountain. I think that's a really fun piece, and everything has that same, line weight, all the stroking.
Yeah.
Fun piece.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, I like doing that style every once in a while because it's kind of like a puzzle, It's you got to try and balance the weight and still make it look like whatever that scenery or image is, but
for sure,
it's definitely like a puzzle. You're moving things around, and that's always fun to do.
Jordan the Illustrator.
There's that van,
Watch out, Brandon.
Watch out.
It's coming for you.
Don't give him an iPad.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into round 2. So, round 2, I don't think they were super stoked on everything we delivered. I think we were maybe having a little too fun on our end, and we were kind of showing them Panthers and some stuff, and they were probably like, okay, tone it back a notch. So this is our take on kind of simplifying it and coming back to, P&W patch vibes a little bit more.
A little more class, a little less sass.
Yeah.
Oh, these are
cool. You could see this, this second sheet here where Davey kind of made some of his changes. Everything kind of just got simplified a little bit more, and then he started illustrating a little bit more. That log piece in the top center I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that arrowhead with the whole scene, it's super cool.
Yeah, Davey's gnarly. Yeah, these are super solid pieces. This left piece I really like. It's like kind of inspired by, I don't know, when you go to a national park or you're going through a state park, national park, they have these like kind of funky shaped signs, and I've always wondered like why the hell that shape? Like who decided that shape? But
that is a great question. Who made that shape, man?
It's so unique.
Shout
that
out
it's
to
like,
that guy. Respect, or to that female lady, whoever it was, man. Like iconic.
Yeah, you just see the shape, you know what you're looking at.
And it's kind of funky. Like I would have never done that.
Yeah.
But now when you see that shape, you're like, oh yeah. Yep.
It's kind of hard to design it because you're trying to like to stack type. You want it to be left justified, but still work. And
100%. That's always tough with asymmetrical, like just stuff that's not balanced like that.
That's why I hit it with the triangle in the back to bring it back to symmetrical.
Yeah, that's right.
In my mind where I want it to be.
Did you do this one on the right too?
I did. Yeah,
I
like that, dude. It's like kind of funky but fun at the same time. You know what I mean? You put the fun in funky.
And it's clever. Like you drew the mountain and also made that mountain part of the actual shape. Yeah.
And it's all connected.
That's the thing.
Pretty gnarly.
Like, we've done 1,000 mountain scenes here at Lincoln, and for me, it becomes a challenge in its own to come up with a new way to draw a mountain graphic. And so I try to do that the best I can each time. But
yeah, it's functional too. I mean, like you can, that's easy T-shirt print all day long. But if you want to put that on a patch and put it on a hat, like no
Easy,
problem.
sure.
Super useful.
Oof, this is where Damaso comes in and just does some shit that's totally unexpected. First off, look at that dog off to the side. Like, damn, like the way the fills and the shadows and everything.
Yeah, the lighting is crazy.
Look at those boots. Like, damn, like, he's a special dude.
It's a cool piece.
Super cool.
Yeah, I think this was Dave's stuff here. I think this was one of his first jobs here, at Lincoln. That backpack, to me, I'm really digging. He kind of presented that as a concept, and I'm just like, dude, that's perfect. If they want outdoor, I mean, this is outdoor all day, This will get a good gauge on how outdoor they want to go. Yeah, back to Damaso drawing some crazy-ass stump with, the shadows and the highlights, just amazing.
Yeah, with the icon coming out of it.
Yeah, it's like growing out of the thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't never think of that, but it's so cool.
Yeah, you can see on this van here where the top one was maybe a little too crazy and a little too detailed, so we simplified and brought it back a little bit. And, I mean, this is great. I kind of forgot what the first one looked like already, but that's a very great piece right there.
The mountains and the reflection just do that for me.
And you know exactly what kind of van it is. They're like van life, camping it up, you know what I mean?
Just the right amount of detail.
Exactly.
Clean. These are some evolutions of the first round graphics. They kind of mashed up two to make the one on the left, and then we made some adjustments on the one on the right, added some mountains up by the sun. And
when in doubt, add some mountains. Good.
Yeah, those textures are spot on, man. It's like, I mean, it's cool because it's not just laid on top. It's very, you think about how you're actually applying the texture in it.
Organic.
And you can tell when you're looking at it. It looks good.
Rad.
Yep, some more revisions on the front of this van.
I think the axle might have been the wrong axle on the first round or something on the bottom, so we had to change it or something to make the right model. I'm not sure.
Sometimes it's always challenging because, you know, we'll be tasked to draw specific, you know, cars, dirt bikes, all kinds of stuff, and you really have to be like, you know, specialty in your field, because if you draw the wrong axle, you're going to have a change. If you draw the wrong tire, the wrong this and that, the market's going to know and they're going to call you out. So, you know, reference, research, and all that stuff is always super important on stuff like this. All right, boom, let's get into the finals. Let's see what they actually went with, you know? Like, okay, damn. So already seeing this here, this is a great batch kit. This is, it sits all together. It's unified. It almost looks like one person did it all, but definitely didn't. This is 2 or 3 people here, so.
Which is cool. I mean, even though they're all in kind of different styles, it does feel like super cohesive.
Yeah.
I love the reflection on that.
Fun project. Hopefully, hopefully they come back and we do some more. I think it's fun stuff. I would love to film a podcast inside one of these guys. I mean, damn, let's do something
Get
fun.
on the road.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. All right. So, yeah, next we'll get into something a little more fun, something internal, something, I mean, shit, maybe we had too much fun. But, yeah, we're going to talk about the zine here. We went on our retreat, I don't know, a couple months ago now. It was, it's always fun. It's always crazy. It's always
a wild ride.
Yeah, and it's just that, a wild ride. So, yeah, we always try to make a zine for every, you know, event that we do. This is our 5th year. And, yeah, this was Richard's baby. He handled the whole thing. Yeah, tell us, Richard, like, how was the process? Like, did we give you enough photos? Did we give you too many photos?
You know what? I got a lot of photos from Jake, which, you know, saved my life pretty much on this project. But
speaking to that, our 4th event, we actually never even printed a zine because we just didn't get enough photos that we can't justify, you know, selling a zine. So
sometimes it's hard to remember when you're in the moment, just having fun with everybody, to actually get your phone out and document it. You know, you're too caught up having all the fun. So
definitely shout out Jake for you know, giving us tons of content and stuff to build with, because otherwise, you know,
Mr. Capture.
A bunch of logos just isn't that fun. So
this was a fun one. I tried to include as much as I could from the trip to make it feel like, you know, you're actually there when you're looking through it, but just about everything minus the hangover, I'd say.
Yo. Yeah. So at least Dave had the coffee ready to go for us in the morning, and he was like chefing up some, you know, bacon and eggs. So yeah, shit. Let's cruise through this thing. Second page here is pretty sick. Freaking Frankie. Riding around on the fucking dirt bike.
That was something new. You know, we got this little mini bike, brought that out there on the trip. Had to put it to work.
Shit, it was actually a little too wet. Otherwise, yeah, we would have been motoing pretty hard. So hopefully this year's retreat, we bring that thing back out.
I'm going to bring knee pads too next time, because I smashed my knee on the handlebars like super hard.
Damn.
Oh, there's that sign.
Oh, shit. Yeah, there's that funky old sign.
National
Mount Hood, National Forest. You got to have just like some photos, establishing shots, kind of set the tone.
Tells the story, man.
Yeah, this was a fun one. Something I was telling you, Jordan, that I did on this that I don't typically do. Like, everything is in InDesign because it's, you know, layout for print, but I use Photoshop quite a bit just because I was able to, you know, layer things, edit things super fast, and, you know,
textures.
Do a lot of effects, a lot of textures, and just do it like quickly. You know, you know, time is kind of the essence around here, so we're always doing things, you know, good but quick.
Totally.
And so I was able to achieve a lot of that look, you know, through Photoshop. So I kind of had to utilize both there.
Yeah, I mean, InDesign's a must. But yeah, trying to actually get super creative inside InDesign is like pulling teeth. You know, it's so hard. Like, I'm not trying to do any drop shadows, layer effects, anything like that. I mean, it's just like for your page organization, maybe some folios. But to me, I'm going to design everything in Illustrator or Photoshop, link those pages. And
InDesign is one of those programs that's like, it's so useful for the right case, you know. And it's like, my first design job was like production heavy, so maybe it wasn't so glamorous, but that's where I learned, you know, like the fundamentals of InDesign. It's like, you know, it's useful. So it's like, even if you're doing something that's production heavy or just may not be that cool, it's like you'll learn some tricks that like will totally help you down the road. And
as well as those tricks, you're going to learn time management. You're going to be faster. You're going to be more effective. And it's something that you just have to go through the kind of the trenches to learn those things. It's not fun, and that's why it's always good to maybe not go freelance right out of college, to go to a studio to learn. You're going to learn how to take a critique. Someone's going to tell you, you know, your shit sucks, start over, work, you know. You spend 8 hours, but sorry, you got to go home and work, you know, on that all night. You're going to learn how to handle that. You're going to learn how to handle file management. You're going to learn how to save stuff to the server. There's so many pieces to it that if you just go straight to freelance, I mean, you're going to be an amazing artist, but as far as like the whole picture, working in a studio is just much different.
Yeah, a key part is knowing like your pace, like knowing how fast you can do something, because that's how you're going to make the calls on, you know, am I going to use Photoshop? Am I going to use InDesign? You know, should I put this here, add this texture? It's like you'll know how long that project's going to take, so you can, you know, hit your deadlines and stuff. So
and that's a great differentiator between freelance and studios. Like in studio, you kind of got your 8 hours and then you go home. But in freelance, it's easy to be like, you know, oh, I'm going to work till 2 a.m. on this project and then wake up early and keep cranking on it. Like we kind of can do that here, but it's a little more rigid where it's like, you know, here's your 8 hours, so you have to really be smart with those 8 hours.
Right. Yeah, totally.
So Jordan, a while back, we made a freaking font. Where were we going? We were going to Spokane to go chill with the great P&W. Shout out, you know, Firebrand. But yeah, he made this on the way there. We kind of forgot about it. It fell through the cracks a little bit, and we're like, damn, let's make a good reason why we could bring it back. So we're like, we're going to go on this retreat. Let's use that as all the type in the zine.
Branding elements.
All the branding. Yeah. Let's sell the font with it. And yeah, that shit is fire.
Yeah, super solid typeface.
Yeah, Wild Ride. That's right.
I've used it several times now.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
And I
it's a
think
workhorse.
I think it has, you know, multiple versions. We've got regular, rough, extended, and extended rough. So you kind of have some options of what you want to do.
Yeah, I was hyped to like throw down on the branding and stuff, all the illustrations and things. Like usually it's been Damaso or Brandon or whatever, but this time around I was like, hey, you know, let me get at it. Let me try this shit. I got the iPad right quick, like boom.
And you already got the type going. You know what I mean? So it's like, handle. You know, no problem.
And I had the mini bike as an element to use, you know, like to lean into. So
totally
put the squatch on that, and we're in business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that font for sale, by the way?
I think it better be. It
will
be when this.
Yeah, we're gonna pop it up on screen. You know, go check it out. You know, let us know what you think.
Put it to work.
Damn, hold on, real quick. That Basecamp font or type, you know, you got a little warpy with it. That's probably how I felt each morning when waking up. They were a bit rough. You know, we had like a 9 a.m. call time to get downstairs and, you know, start designing, and that.
The top of the type is the beginning of the day, and the bottom of the type is the end of the night.
That is so true.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I try to keep everything pretty loose, and that's a fun thing about doing, like, you know, internal projects like that. It's like there's not all these parameters. It's like you can kind of get a little crazy with some of this stuff, which makes it so fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we're our own client. You know, make it what you want, right?
This is a great zine spread. If anything embodies like this zine vibe, is this spread where it just has a collage of all these different, you know, elements from the day and the trip.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite days, actually, just sitting at the table with everyone. Like, we're all near each other, but to actually sit and, like, talk about each thing we're working on right next to each other, that was fun.
It was always inspiring to, like, walk past Brandon as he's, like, cooking up on the one moto helmet and just be like, what? You are crazy, man. Like, But it's inspiring, you know, because it makes you want to do better.
Oh, yeah. So. Yeah, we're working on it, you know, a design for however many hours, and you look over and Brandon's, like, halfway done with the helmet. You're like, what the heck, dude? Just
surround yourself with people who are better than you.
Yeah, it's definitely inspiring, you know, especially when you can see everyone's screen. Even I'm looking over at what Richard's doing, like, okay, you know, cool. And if we're working on the same project, it always becomes a fun internal battle. And I'm like, dang, I got to step my game up. You know, Richard's bringing the heat today. You know, I don't want him to win. I gotta come through with something. You know, it's like a nice, friendly, and we push and we, you know, steel sharpens steel, and we're gonna.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like it's a little bit of a competition, but at the same time, like, I'm talking to Jordan all day long. I'm like, hey, check this thing out. What do you think of this? And he'll, you know, be like, he'll give me an idea, or I'll give him an idea, and it's like we get it to that next level, and it's like we are competing, but then we are also like
totally
fun helping each other. You know,
as long as the client's happy, it's a win no matter what. Oh, yeah. But I think all of us personally want ours to be the one that gets picked. You know,
it's selfishly.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, there's the helmet we were just talking about.
21 helmets. This is gonna be a fire show. Yeah, stay tuned for future episodes and talks about this shit. We're already all getting super fun and weird with this one.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Jordan.
This photo right here embodies. This is great. This is the good shot. Jordan got his goggles on.
We
not
can't
sure
go
why.
to a retreat and not have a hot tub, according to Dustin. So
or anywhere, I think. Like
pretty much anywhere.
I don't think we've left the office unless there was a hot tub.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm speechless. Yeah, you're dead on. So, but yeah, this photo's great.
Nailed
we had
it.
a lot of fun times. This is
Let's go back.
Yeah, another fun spread. Just kind of, I think we were filming a chop up episode here in this spread. It definitely has that zine vibe.
Pouring up the Rogue shots.
Yeah, we were. You know, this
Shout
was
out to Rogue.
This is fun stuff, dude. I think you killed it here, Richard.
Nice
Thanks,
job.
man. Yeah, it helps having all these, like, you know, we take funny photos like all the time. Like, we're just playing around, so it's like that's the stuff that looks so cool. Oh yeah, it was fun playing. Like they had this whole, what was it, like I don't know, like a barn of just all these different games, pool, you know, ping pong. It was
The rec room.
we spent all the time pretty much, right?
Yeah,
Had the tournament in there.
That shit was fun. Yeah, we actually didn't get to finish the tournament, but it was so fun. We were
competitive.
Hella games, you know, just having fun with it.
Yeah, some more on filming the chop up when we were out there. That was a lot of fun.
I think you had a lot of fun when you were composing like this thing. It like actually looks like, you know, the camera was filming. I think you conveying a good message as far as like, you know, filming a chop up. And I mean, look at the timestamp. I mean that
like a little something there.
Perfect timing.
Richard's having fun.
Captured.
Yeah, it's like, how do we show that we're filming with a photo, you know? So it's like, just give it something, you know?
That's it.
Tells a story. Oh yeah, the Big Sasquatch Museum, Bigfoot Museum, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it's like so many different things from all over the country. It's like, I don't know, maybe there's something there, man.
He lives.
Yeah.
Timberline.
Oh, that was cool.
Freezing.
Yeah, that was gnarly. Yeah, even the way your layout is just a little, everything's overlapping each other. It's fun. I think you got some pattern in the background there. What's that movie?
Yeah,
The Shining.
Yeah, The
There you
Shining.
go,
That's that pattern.
We leaned into that on our
videos.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's like, how can you put photos in a you know, a layout without it just being, you know, gridded photos, you know, boring. Or
this is it. You smashed it.
Oh, look at that. Look at
Some
Frankie.
funny shots there.
Yeah, we were having fun.
Too much fun. Oh,
Here's
Damaso
on
there?
the phone.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't notice
I
that,
didn't
dude.
either. That's awesome. Nice one.
Gotta get the whole team in
Oh,
there.
dude. All right, that's good.
Nice work. Well, cool.
All right, man. That's it.
Hell yeah, that was
Rad.
fun. Fun projects. Yeah, fun zine. Shoot.
Yeah. Thanks
the
again,
culture
Jake,
going.
for, you know, hooking it up with the photos.
Shout out to Jake and shit. Is that it? Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Hit like.
33
hit
in the books.
Yeah. Hit like, subscribe, comment, the bell. What else, Jordan? What are the kids? How about Richard? What are the kids doing?
I think they're on TikTok.
Fuck. All right.
You
well,
might see us there one day.
You might see us there soon. So, yeah. Have a good one.
All right.